Jay and Allie. This is Mrs. Dixon Balls here. Listen, Mr. Dixon Balls and I are both business owners, as you and Allie are as well. So my question is how do you keep that separation between that and the marriage? And we're parents of twins, and my question to you is how do you plan on making that work with a little one?
Oh, twins.
Great question.
That's cool. Or do they have a boy and a girl, or a boy and a boy?
I think they have a boy and a girl.
So just one rides.
Great question.
That is a good question. To be truthful, I don't know that there is much separation at the moment, and there has not been since probably the beginning of the year, which was my biggest hesitation with helping you with the Moto Academy, I think.
Please just make sure you're talking to the mic. Swing that thing around if you're going to aim at me more.
This is good. I just don't want to, when I breathe, because, pregnancy makes you breathe hard. I just don't want to be a mouth breather into the mic. Since January.
For God's sakes. Okay.
That's where it was before. Oh, see? This is why we can't work together, Mrs. Dixon.
Get your thought out before I fall asleep.
It's hard. It's hard to find separation. We're not doing a good job at it right now. We are fully in the
I don't
trenches.
think the separation is necessary as long as you're not emotionally attached to everything that's going on in the business, which I'm not. Allie might be to some extent.
Oh,
and she panics
100%.
and thinks
No,
that
I don't think I
something's-
panic.
You don't panic, but you get emotional for longer periods of time where I'll get pissed off for 5 seconds.
Yeah, but that's sort of like a sociopath characteristic.
No. So I think I've said it on the podcast before. Parents or people that are trying to do it themselves, the best thing that you can do is teach somebody or learn how to yourself. This is from Joe Dispenza, shorten the refractory period of your emotional
Yeah, I agree with that.
reaction. Not by just ignoring it, by observing it and understanding what it is. And your emotional reaction to something is your subconscious program responding to whatever scenario and reacting in the same way. You get cut off in traffic, you flick the person off. You don't think about doing that. You're not having the conscious thought of flipping the person off. You just automatically do it. It's like when you sit down for a corner and put your foot out.
Yeah.
It is automatic for most people. So all you have to do is very quickly have the thought of, ooh, yep, okay, I just did that. I just reacted this way. Yeah, I'm done now. That's it.
I think the most important thing with separating work from relationship, or even work from self relationship, is having things in your day that you really enjoy doing. For me, I always make sure I wake up when I have my cup of coffee. I have my silent time in the morning. And another really important thing for me to do is go to the gym. I feel like you have to kind of plan things into your day to help separate work from home life and make sure that you still have a really good sense of self and things that make you happy. And I have been practicing this lately because I remember I said to you the other day, we've been having just random things going on that are just, let's call them frustrating. I was like, gosh, I'm so sick of feeling this way.
Whoa. Whoopsie daisy.
Wow. Love his hair. I was like, gosh, I feel so frustrated right now. I know I already thought through the situation that we're going through, and the frustration's still lingering. What can I do? I go to the gym and I feel 10 times better. So I feel also have we said her name yet? Also, when Millie comes along, I want to make sure that I still keep those same things so that I still have a really good sense of self and passions outside of work. I feel a lot of people lose that.
Yeah, and I think for business specifically, to answer Mrs. Dixon Ball's question, nighttime, I'm not on my phone doing business anymore. I used to be. I would lay in bed on my phone and work until I fell asleep. I don't do that anymore. And she doesn't either. So I still don't think the time is spent productively as it could be, where she wants to put on Walking Dead. I would rather read. But at least we're not doing business stuff. In the morning, I am pretty darn good. Today I got on it quicker than I needed to, but usually I'm not on the phone for the first half hour to hour once I wake up. And so that gives us a good way to kind of start the day on the right foot, which is important, especially when you're talking about kind of rewiring and setting up automatic programs
Yeah.
to be able to be happy. If you're automatically going to bed frustrated with work because it was the last thing you did and waking up and it's the first thing you think about and do, you're right into that vicious cycle all over again. So it's easy steps to take, I think.
I had this conversation with AJ the other day. We were actually in the car going to the gym, and I was listening to a podcast. It's one of my favorites. And the girl, she's very successful. She was talking about how she schedules everything into her day as a business owner of a very large business. And she literally will schedule in her coffee time in the morning, her gym time, if she's getting a massage or the grocery store or whatever, along with her other work things. And she said it really helps her so that she doesn't sit down in the morning, start working, and then all of a sudden it's 7 o'clock at night and she's like, my whole day was work and I had no time for myself. Because I think a lot of people forget we're all so busy chasing money and success that we forget that like our time here is so limited. And if you're not intentional with how you spend it and you get sucked into like the rat race that everybody else is, you'll blink and it'll be over. I feel that way now at 27, 28, however old I am.
The perspective of having the confidence and like the stillness to be able to be like, it's not a rush. I can take my time. I can take time to make a decision. So that way I make a better decision. I don't have to react right away to things. I don't have to rush.
You just taught me that.
I'm not racing anybody else. At the beginning, for me, it was not that. At the beginning, it was I go. And I remember having a conversation with Lucas one morning before Supercross, and he was talking about how like he's in a position now to where you can kind of like be a sniper, sit back and just like wait. That's definitely where I'm trying to be at, is there's not really a rush. So, and I don't think there has to be that at the beginning either. I think people just have the mentality because they're frantically scrambling to make something happen. So that takes a lot of pressure off too. And that will give you the peace of mind in knowing I can put my phone down and not look at it for an hour in the morning.
And
What
will
are you
be
missing
there
in that hour? Nothing.
It will be there when you pick the phone
What are you
back
missing
up.
for that last hour
Yeah.
on your phone? And nothing. So
It's more productive that way too, because you'll just be a happier, more calm individual. It'll help you just think with more clarity.
if you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I think that's it. Go download them there. Give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that. Go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.